That ought to get you wake up this morning. Oh my goodness. Ron Oliver, I forgot all about the party like it's 1995 mix. Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up those football gods. It is week number 9, friends. Mark Holmes here. Hopefully you got an extra hour of sleep last night because the clock's turned back, that you didn't forget and think that it's 9 o'clock. We are actually 5 hours away from kickoff. Thank God I've got a little extra time. Got up this morning, I'm working on making some Colorado chili. Unfortunately, my chef, David Wiley, who's going to be doing bison burgers and stuff, and I don't really, with bison meats, you got to know exactly how to cook it to flavor it right. I've had bison burgers before, and they weren't good, and that was at a restaurant. So I was going to let David take care of that, but he's got 1,500 other people he has to feed. So, you can't worry about the few. You got to take care of the masses. So, David, shout out to you for taking care of the masses. But I got started, just finished getting the pot of Colorado chili going, which is more like a beef stew. And we got like 4 pounds of chunks of chuck roast in there cooking. And it's going to slow down for the next 5 hours. And that's going to be good with those Joe Boo wings. And we're going to do some shrimp bang bang sliders too. So we're going to have a ball. We're going to be eating. We're going to be getting fat. And we're going to be watching our Dallas Cowboys kicking off at 1 o'clock Eastern. And we'll be live streaming not only with the Dallas Cowboys, we'll also be keeping look around all of the NFL games. Of course, we'll have Rashid, the stinking Giant fan. Rio, Washington won't lose this weekend. I don't think they'll lose this weekend. But Rio should be in the house, as well as E2 Blue and things. It will be a party, and we will roll through the Cowboys game, and then we'll go to and watch my son, Philly 500, with the Eagles and see what happens. But today is a big day for the Cowboys because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of moving parts that can change the dynamics of the NFL. Number one right now is they're going after Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, the NFL is investigating the fact that he has not been wearing masks and following COVID protocol beyond just the Halloween party. We don't know if there's going to be any suspensions. I kind of have a feeling that there won't be any suspensions of Aaron Rodgers because, he's one of those faces of the NFL. But his stock is definitely taking a hit. One of the healthcare provider sponsors that he has dropped him. And he's getting a lot of backlash from some of the things that he said, as well as his actions as well. Now, it doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on as far as COVID protocol, whether you believe in COVID vaccination or not. The reality is this is not about the vaccines as it is actually following the rules. And so when I see CeeDee Lamb for doing this and getting fined for taunting or getting fined because his shirt's untucked, well, a rule is a rule, and if they're going to make some abide by the rules, then you have to make everybody abide by the rules. So we'll see where that goes. Now, for our Dallas Cowboys, unfortunately, we know the jar. Blake Jarwin is going to be out, as well as Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith is good for about 3 minimum missed games a season since 2016. But we've got Terrence Steele, and we'll find out if he really is the man of steel taking over his space today, moving from the right tackle where he's played the last 7 weeks for Lyle Collins and played outstanding. Now he's got to take the heater over on the opposite side, being the left tackle. And the left tackle is key because that protects our quarterback, Dak Prescott's blind side. So we need him to definitely play well, really play really, really well. We also know that CeeDee Lamb has had an ankle injury that he suffered in practice on Wednesday, but he is supposedly good to go. Amari Cooper, his hamstring is good to go as well. So for the most part, with the exception of losing 2, the offense seems to be ready to go and ready to try and take it to the Denver Broncos. Now, going through the day, and like I said, we will be during our game day live stream. If you haven't experienced, just check it out because it's truly a party. We have a good time. We get to see fans from other teams literally melting down with our Philly 500 camp. But there's a lot of games that are actually very, very important to us. Green Bay, one of those teams that people looked at and said they are one of the top 5 teams in there. Also one of those teams that, we're going to be trying to fight if things continue for home field advantage. Them losing Aaron Rodgers to a minimum of next Saturday changes the dynamics completely, because originally it was kind of like a pick'em game. And right now, Kansas City is favored by 8 points. For Kansas City, they have to feel pretty good that, hey, we got a chance to kind of get ourselves right going against them. And for us, well, if the Green Bay Packers lose, all of a sudden that helps our situation, provided we take care of our own business and win. We have the Raiders, of course, taking on the New York stinking Giants. The Raiders win. That'll kind of bury the New York Giants if they aren't already buried. I guess this will be the first shovel of dirt on the coffin. We have the Chargers and the Eagles. I was on Philly 500's live stream last night. It's funny because I saw like Sugar Daddy Williams, I saw Lola, I saw Lissay. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought this was a Philly 500 live stream. I'd say half the people that were on there were actually Cowboy fans. The funniest thing on that was how mad the Eagle fans, what are you doing in here, man? Blah, and literally cussing me out. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you guys soft? Because you guys have lived on the Joe Boo Sports Report every day since you won that Super Bowl, with the exception of when you lose. Then I don't see you. I'm like, really? Are y'all really that sensitive? Oh, I'm trying to see if I have any tissues over here for you. Get over it. Get over it. But Philly's just, it was funny because he was like, can't we just enjoy one victory? I'm like, no. It's the Lions. It doesn't count. But if they end up getting a win over the Chargers, I don't know that we'll be able to take the Eagle fans, because, they'll be like, this is like 2017 all over again. Here we go. We'll see what happens on that one. But I'm thinking the Eagles don't have a chance, but that's me. San Francisco and the Cardinals. This is the one that's going to be intriguing. It's my belief that the Cardinals are coming back down to earth. Kyler Murray, I believe, was actually was on the injury report here because he didn't practice on Friday. And San Francisco, they need to make a move. San Francisco doesn't want, you can't get buried much more. The season is going to have to start getting packed in. So when you look at this from, sometimes the way you have to look at betting, to me, as an incentive for the team. This is a game where it's almost a must-win for San Francisco, which means they look at this and say, if we can beat the Cardinals, we're not out of this. If we lose to them, we're getting buried in the division. Our season's over. Hence, I look at San Francisco and say that they should have an edge right there, especially if Kyler Murray isn't 100%. And then finally, the Titans. We'll see what the Titans are without Derrick Henry against the Rams. And I think the Rams are definitely going to be the big ones that we got to worry about. So we're going to be hopefully enjoying the day. Our Dallas Cowboys are pretty healthy going against a Denver team that leaves a lot to be desired. We got Teddy Bridgewater over there. We know that Rashid says, Teddy Bridgewater, he's a winner. Okay? Yeah, okay. We'll find out if he's going to be a winner with the Cowboys today. The biggest thing I worry about is the Cowboys having complacency, although I don't think that this is going to be the case. They have been laser focused, where they've been able to absorb almost everything that has come their way. And thus far, they do look like they're on a mission. And with that being said, we're going to go back and we're going to have a little bit of a party. And I'm going to finish getting ready for the game day. We'll get started at 12:45 after I finish cooking the shrimp and the chicken wings and all that good stuff here. I'm Mark Holmes, and, well, I'm happy it's a game day.